For 40 years, I told myself I was doing the right thing. Today, I sit alone, realizing the truth came far too late. I met her when life still felt simple and full of promises. She looked at me with eyes that believed in the future, in us, in everything we could become together. I remember telling myself that I would work harder than anyone else so she would never have to worry. I believed love was proven through sacrifice, through long hours, and through exhaustion. I truly thought I was building something beautiful for her. What I didn't understand back then was that love is not measured by effort alone. Love is built in moments, in conversations, in quiet mornings, and shared silence. While I was busy chasing a future I imagined, I slowly ignored the present standing right in front of me. Every morning followed the same routine. She woke up before sunrise, preparing breakfast and laying out my clothes with care. She smiled softly and wished me a good day, hoping for a moment of attention. I kissed her quickly, already thinking about work, already late in my own mind. I told myself I would talk to her later, listen later, be present later. That word later became my most dangerous habit. Days turned into months, months into years. I didn't see how her smile slowly changed, how her voice lost warmth. I was physically there, but emotionally absent, convincing myself that love could wait. Work became my entire identity. I stayed late, came home tired, and sat in silence. She tried to talk to me, asking simple questions about my day, my thoughts, my worries. I answered without looking at her, my mind still trapped somewhere else. I thought providing was enough, that responsibility replaced affection. I didn't realize that every ignored conversation created distance. I was trading connection for comfort, choosing routine over intimacy. I believed success would eventually bring happiness, not knowing that happiness was quietly slipping away every night. There were moments when the truth tried to reach me. I noticed her silence growing longer, her laughter becoming rare. Sometimes I heard her crying softly while pretending to sleep. I knew something was wrong, but acknowledging it meant admitting my own failure, and I wasn't ready for that. So I chose avoidance. I buried myself deeper into work and distractions. I told myself things would get better on their own. Instead, the emotional distance between us became a wall, built brick by brick through my neglect. One day, she stopped asking me to stay home. She stopped waiting for me by the door. I assumed this meant she finally understood me, that she accepted the life I chose for us. I felt relieved, not realizing that relief was actually loss in disguise. What I failed to see was that she wasn't understanding me anymore, she was letting go. She was learning how to live without expecting anything from me. And I continued living comfortably inside my ignorance. Her illness didn't arrive suddenly. It crept into our lives slowly, quietly. Doctor visits replaced dinners. Hospital rooms replaced laughter. I finally sat beside her with nothing to distract me, no work to hide behind. For the first time in years, I truly listened. She held my hand and smiled, the same smile she had when we were young. That moment filled me with fear. I realized how fragile time really was and how much of it I had already wasted. She never accused me. She never raised her voice. Even when pain made breathing difficult, she spoke gently. That kindness hurt more than anger ever could. I wanted to apologize for everything, but apologies felt meaningless compared to the years I had ignored her. Regret is a heavy burden when time is running out. I finally understood what she needed from me, but understanding arrived when action was no longer possible. The day she passed away, silence took over the house. No footsteps in the morning, no voice calling my name, no warmth waiting for me at night. Just empty rooms filled with memories of moments I failed to cherish. I walked through our home, surrounded by reminders of a life I took for granted. Money, achievements, and success sat useless beside me. None of them could fill the space she left behind. Now I live with endless questions. What if I had listened more? What if I had stayed home just one more night? What if I had chosen her over work even once more? These questions have no answers, only echoes. Time doesn't pause. It doesn't forgive. It simply moves forward, leaving regret behind for those who learn their lessons too late. If you are watching this and someone in your life is still waiting for you, don't repeat my mistake. Love is not proven by sacrifice alone, but by attention, presence, and care given every day. I ignored her for 40 years. And now, when I finally understand what truly mattered in life, it's too late.